welcome to Dark Skin Tarot. I hope that you're doing well. This is a late night reading. I'm a little bit tired, but I wanted to come on and do a reading for you. I have no idea what the topic is. It looks like it is 9 of coins. Isn't that beautiful? Like, this deck is gorgeous. This deck is friggin' beautiful. It's called the Black Tarot. This is the deck, the Black Tarot. And it's just a joy, like the different spin and the different take on the interpretations of the card. Now, I did a review on this. I just got this deck. And to be very honest, I typically don't read the guidebook. But I will for this deck because it will take some getting accustomed to outside of me just doing it intuitively. What I love about this 9 of coins is that it just feels like there's plenty. You know what I mean? Like plenty. Things is plentiful. Like, what do they have here? What is the food? I don't even know what the food is. But I love the elegance. I love the connection. I love how they're color coordinated. I love that they're offering and taken care of and that it looks like there's partnership here. I don't know what kind of flower that is or what it's supposed to represent, but it feels like there's a covering. Ooh, you know what I heard? Because we hear this stupid question all the time. What do you bring to the table? Well, they're both bringing something to the table, right? Something that is reflective of them, something that is within their means. Although it is different, it is equal. And I think that's what, you know, there's a failure to realize that. There's a failure to realize that even though we bring things, different things to the table, there's value, right? They're both contributing. I feel like there's a level of being equally yoked in this picture, right? There's a sense of like it's a dignified pride that they have. They're comfortable with each other. I like that. They present well. So let's see what the 9 of coins is about in this deck. Let's see. Did I pass it? Okay. So this card, the 9 of coins, is about being self-sufficient and luxury. Look. Can I do it this way? No, I can do it that way. Self-sufficient and luxury. It says here that a couple stands at the entrance of their home welcoming guests with honey jars and figs. They have built their empire and are comfortably self-sufficient. The couple has broken free of the constructs created to limit them. I love it. To limit them and now have a flourishing hive made on their terms. The two honor each other as equals and take pride in the home that they've made. They are filled with gratitude for their lifestyle, circumstances, and company. The 9 of coins rings of abundance. The couple appreciates moving at a slower pace, taking care of their environment, and acknowledging their success. They take time to thank those who came before them, who paved the way. What is your manifesto? I mean, that is a question for our community, right? I think there's a sense of gratitude and reverence in a way for the past and an appreciation for where we are, who we are. Part of me wants to say how far we've come. I honestly believe that in a lot of ways we're the blueprint. Like nobody on the face of the earth has gone through or is going through what we've gone through collectively as a people, period. And for us to be able to find a way to overcome these difficulties, these challenges, and find our way back to one another so that we could have this energy between the men and women of our community, the boys and girls of our community, that would shift. Like, to me, this is wealth. This self-sufficiency that this card speaks to, it's not just wealth, like you're coming to my house, I can give you something, we have a nice home, we have a successful business. That's the external stuff. You don't get that unless you're internally right. You understand me? And I mean real, true wealth. And this picture exudes that. I want to see more of this in our community, but as I said, there's going to need to be a purging of some sort, some way. I don't know what that looks like. And again, we operate a lot in our finite human mind. And we don't know, the ways of God. God's ways are not our ways. She does what she wants as she sees fit. He does what he wants is according to his divine timing and will. And that's what it is. It would be my hope that we find our way back to one another. But right now, the squeaky wheel is getting the grease. The divestors and the red pillars are getting the attention. Right? And the people that are doing it and are getting it done and do have healthy households and relationships are upstanding in their community, we don't hear enough from them, of them, or about them. Right? And this is not, maybe at one point in time this was struggle love, for all we know, right? But they committed to each other. He didn't dump her for a next wife, a lighter wife, or whatever it was, or the preference of the week. He didn't do that. She's giving me, was it Proverbs 31? She's giving me Proverbs 31 vibes. Okay, Google, what is Proverbs 31 about? I'm pretty sure it's Proverbs 31.
According to Wikipedia, Proverbs chapter 31 is the 31st and final chapter of the book of Proverbs in the Hebrew Bible or the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. Verses 1 to 9 present the advice which King Lemuel's mother gave to him about how a just king should reign. The remaining verses detail the attributes of a good wife or an ideal woman.
So, as I said...
Sure, just say something like, remember the door code is 4,453, and then ask, what is the door code?
Oh, okay. So what I'm saying is, this is a woman. This is not a woman. And it's not even that they're bringing half. Do you understand me? Together, they are providing. So it's not about this, what do you bring to the table and that 50-50 bullshit. That's bullshit. You don't want 50-50. You want 100 and 100. You're to serve and love one another and help one another. But it just feels to me today that people are so broken and so hurt. And they keep perpetuating that hurt against themselves and other people. And you need to take the time to fix that. You need to take the time to look at yourself. And sometimes it's hard, yes. But there's so much goodness waiting on the other side of it. There really is. People hop, skip, and fall into the next relationship without clearing out whatever or dealing with whatever. And we need to start moving differently. Because what is that song? Send and share. I got you, babe. This is it. I got you, babe. So it says here to continue to structure your life in a way that works for you in balance and sustainability. Feel confident in your ability to handle anything that comes your way. Trust your voice and don't be afraid to create a path where few have wandered. So when it is in yang, meaning upright, it's prosperity, comfort, having the time and state of mind to enjoy it. This is also to me, I'm also feeling that this is about mental health as well. And then having the resources available to make even further gains. And this prosperity, this bounty, this abundance they have is a result of the hard work that they've done. You know what I'm saying? The hard work, the effort they've put in. Not taking from the other end, transversing into another community. and giving away your knowledge, your time, your resources, you know, your mother and father investing in you, the community investing in you, whatever it is, and you pick that up and you take it and you put it somewhere else. No. It's wrong. Everybody else understands what to do. You know, you can't come to the proverbial table and you have nothing. And then when it's built up, you want to run away and give it to someone else who didn't earn it, didn't work for it, and initially stole it from you and your people them. It doesn't make no sense. It really, really doesn't. I also feel like when you have this kind of wealth and abundance, you need to be very mindful about who you're leaving it to, right? You need to leave your inheritance to the responsible child, to the responsible one. Not the one that's going to siphon it away and give it away and have to end up giving away half because the relationship done up. Like, no. These are business-minded people here. They're on one accord, welcoming, comfortable. You know what I guess? Because of I would see this as a flower, but maybe this is a chandelier, because it did say that they were welcoming people to their home with honey and figs, right? So maybe this is a chandelier that's up there. I don't think it makes any mention of that. Yeah, it's like enhance your space, create an environment that feels rich in the ways that matter to you. So yeah, that's a chandelier. It's a very nice, elegant, full chandelier. I don't know, maybe this is going to be a reading about, you know what? It is going to be a reading about that. Should I do it this way? No, I'll just do it this way. All right, so can you talk to me about this couple? What is it that allows this couple to thrive? What can we learn from them? We already know there's a level of self-sufficiency, right? It's not usury, there's partnership, there's an appreciation, there's a mutual respect here. They're equally yoked. They understand the value of putting in the time and the effort. So much so that now they're moving in ease, not strife. So talk to me about the feminine energy of this couple, please. Please let me know what it is that they're doing that allows them to work. So this is 7 of Baskets. And I think one of the things that allows this couple to work is that the woman particularly is skilled in a number of things: business, children, contracts, maybe is well respected in the community, has a lot of connections. She's willing to try new things. She's creative. She's sexual. She's appetizing to him. Right? She's adventurous. She may be open-minded, but she still has standards because none of this looks like trash food, right? So we can try certain things within parameters. She has healthy boundaries. Okay. Knows what she wants, what she likes, what she doesn't like. Can you tell me more about the feminine in this relationship and what we can maybe learn from her in our connections, in our partnerships? What is this Nine of Coins feminine doing in the relationship that is helpful and allowing it to flourish? Can you share that with us, please? What is she doing? This is the World card. She's in a lot of green. I think she's very loving. She's abundant, tender, focused, joyful, enjoys nature, is active. Caring. I think I said attentive already. I feel like there's a practice of self-love, self-care here. And those are some of the things that we need to be doing. We don't have to wait until we're in a relationship. We do that now. Because remember, this card talked about them being self-sufficient. They already had it before they got there. I think one more card. One more card. One more card about the feminine, please. I like this little reading. I didn't know that I was doing it. I didn't know it was going to come out this way, but so far I like it. Let me know if you like it as well. Right? I also feel like they serve one another. They cater to one another. Right? Oh. That's too many. We got 3 more. We'll work with it. So the star, that intimacy, that closeness, that wish fulfillment, similar vision, faith, hope, looking to something outside of them to assist in guiding the relationship. Their support to one another. They understand one another's rhythms, their ways. They've studied each other. They know each other's moves before they make them so they could be there to complement and support. This is Daughter of Baskets. The baskets represent emotions, right? To me, this Daughter of Baskets is, I don't know, I feel like she's walking through lilacs. I love lilacs. Oh my gosh. She's walking through some kind of purple flower. And that she's free and open, meaning she really tries to keep any grievances handled. She doesn't carry them with her. The baskets to me is, it's like I want to say the daughter is like the knight. Because in this deck, the woman leads, actually. Hold on. What is that? Baskets. Hold on. The daughter of baskets would be, I don't know. Also, yeah, would be somewhere over here. Yeah, see? So the mother is, in this deck, the mother is the highest of the court cards, right? So it goes mother, father, daughter, and then son. So this daughter would be a knight if we were to. So she's she's an idealist. She's romantic. Okay, it's lavender. It's fields of lavender. And she advances with her heart on her sleeve. She shares her emotions. She's not embarrassed. There's a willingness to be vulnerable. And I know sometimes, and it's really unfair to say that, Black women, dark-skinned women are masculine. It's such a stupid assumption. We are in a situation where we need to be strong. And we shouldn't have to do that. And currently, there's a challenge around the men and their ability to meet what we might consider to be traditional roles. But for me, and I'm not talking Western, but when I look at the Black culture, it's really not the man that leads. It's really not. I think a lot of the confusion is because they think they're supposed to. Because, if you're born here, you're born in the U.S., you're born in Canada, you're born in, Britain. Don't forget, things were distorted. Right? They were distorted. To the victor goes the spoils. So whoever wins the war tells the story. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to tell an accurate and truthful story. So the people warring are men. Men want to be on top. They don't want to be in the position where they've created a structure where the women are where they are. Right? A lot of men, I have to say, complain about feminism. However, feminism, I don't want to say the word was created by Black women because I don't believe it was. But what happened is that Caucasian women saw how Black women and their husbands, their partners, engaged and interacted. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. And they wanted a relationship mimicked off of what they saw happening in these households. Meaning, the man might come home and give the check to the wife, or she decided what would happen, or she was able to, because we are very good at making money stretch, making food stretch, coming up with dynamic ways. Now, I don't want to hear, don't come and say, well, we can do it too. That's great. But your plight wasn't the same, okay? The reason why we season our food so much and so well is because for those that were enslaved and dropped off to all the different Caribbean countries and taken to Canada, the US, Britain, Paris, France, all of those places, was because they fed their dogs better than they fed the people that they enslaved and trapped and kidnapped. And so when you're eating the innards of a cow, when you're eating cowtail, right? I've never had it, but chitlins. Or like the feet of chicken fried up, seasoned. To me, honestly, it doesn't sound appealing. Cow foot, sorry. It doesn't sound appealing. I did not grow up with that. My parents did. They know it. I won't eat it. My kids don't eat it. They don't know that, right? But they were given the slop and the leftovers to eat, and to make it digestible, they seasoned the food and made it phenomenal. But that is also one of the reasons why there's so much high blood pressure and diabetes, because we had to be creative with the trash food that was given. And so this food is, while, you know, tasty, is also detrimental to our health. There's so many effects from this thing that people don't think about. And that's what's annoying when I see that there's a lack of understanding or compassion here. And I have to say, and it's not because I'm a woman, but I see it more from the men than I do from the women. The men will make fun of women wearing a weave or whatever it is, but you know full well that when enslaved, they had to wrap their hair. You know full well that in the U.S. you're hearing stories about children being sent home from school, or people, women losing their jobs because they wear their natural hair. They're sending them home for having braids in their hair, but if somebody else does it, it's perfectly fine. When it's not even really their cultural way of doing things. But yet you want to turn around and make fun of them, or decide that you don't want to date someone because they don't have silky hair and they don't want to hop in the pool and get it wet. Like, how ignorant are you? The same hair that is on her head, our head, my head, graces the hair that surrounds your balls, for crying out loud. Like, don't be stupid. To say things like that just shows how incredibly ignorant and dense you are, and you look idiotic. You look idiotic. And then you go out into the world stage and you say these things. And you say it to embarrass and disgrace and belittle, so that you think you can get a foot in on the other side. Because even when you're doing that, you can't even get into the other side on your own merit. You got to cut down because that you think that's your point of entry. That's the golden ticket. That's the what was that thing? That's your Charlie and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. With that golden ticket, it'll get you over to the next side, get you to what you think you want. No. Get what you want on your terms. Build your own. Don't you know they say that the best revenge is living a good life? This daughter of baskets, she's charming, she's inspirational, she's committed, and she has a lot of ideals. She's spiritual. She's resourceful. It also says here that this card is assigned to remind others of the magic, of their magic when they've forgotten it. This is a symbol of love, family love, platonic love, relational love, intimate love. Like, she's just loving. It doesn't mean she's a doormat. There's no way this Nine of Coins woman is a doormat. So don't confuse kindness for weakness. And this one here, this is Daughter of Wands. So another, this is a woman of action. I also feel that she might be in fairly good shape. She's well-traveled. She knows how to navigate different situations. She's confident within herself. She's efficient. She's inspired. Inspiring. What is that? Is that maybe... Okay, maybe it's just a braid. She stands out amongst others. She's at ease in her skin. She's observant. Let's see what the book says about it. That's just me. Those are my words. Daughter of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. So it says here, exploration and excitement. A young woman stands in a busy train station looking forward to the adventure that awaits her, ready to take on whatever comes next. She carries the vibrant energy of an entrepreneur and warrior. She's footloose and fancy-free. This is a call to action, a reminder that you will not be content sitting on the sidelines. The card reminds us of the power of travel and how much you can discover about yourself as you explore new places. And so it says adventure, passion, reluctance to settle down, changes happening quickly. Right? So this is about, again, being willing to learn new things, traveling, an active individual, might be fit, concerned about her health, a lot of vitality. And so these are the things that you want to be doing for yourself, irrespective of a person being there. And I know that I'm speaking about what is making this couple work here. But these things would also be beneficial to a man for him to understand what his woman might like. So she would like it also if you're adventurous, I'm sure. And that she could rely on you and that you were loving and that you were exciting and full of ideas, right? In your own masculine way, because she is the feminine energy, but that you complement her nicely. So let's see what this masculine contributes to this Nine of Coins dynamic of this family. This is very nice. This is very nice. I feel like there's been some growth. There's a willingness to surrender. There's a willingness to be honest about some of the things in their past, what they've been through. Maybe they've had to acknowledge some hurts. Maybe they were a bit of a player and didn't have a lot of regard for their own body, right? But they've stopped that. They put an end to things that they realized were hurting them. Whether it's drugs, sex, maybe they got help for depression or anxiety. Maybe they were in a gang. Maybe they were, incarcerated. Maybe they did things to abuse themselves, potentially other people. But they turned it around. They were willing to do the work, as painful as it was, to become the person they are now, to enjoy the fruits of this union. These cards are big. It's kind of... I'm hearing I should look just to be sure. So fine, I will. I wasn't going to, but I'm hearing I need to do it. So let's see if there's anything that I missed. Yeah, crisis, painful endings. This man hit a record low, and maybe the feminine was there to help him. Now I know in our community, like, they'll start with you, and then as they get more successful, it would appear that they move on to others, and there's enough examples of that. But I don't want to paint every guy with that same brush, but there's enough examples. Celebrity and regular folk alike. He's no longer the person that he used to be. She might have been very instrumental in making that happen, to be very honest. And they really put in a lot of work themselves, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And I feel like a lot of this, there was a lack of clarity in their lives for a long time. A long time. Like, look at the swords. The swords are hitting the heart, the chest, the pubic area, all of it. They're just taking it. Arrows, knives, machetes, swords, spears. A lot of trials and tribulations this man went through. And all of that caused him to make different choices in his life. What else? What else? Tell me about this couple. Tell me about this man. We're focused on the man. And what is he bringing to the table? What I hate that phrase, by the way. What is he doing to make this relationship work? Isn't that interesting? He's a generous man. You know why? Because the feminine had the 7 of baskets, the 7 of cups. And he has a 7 of coins. She brings the emotion to the... Oh God, I don't say to the table. She brings emotion and love to the union, the relationship. And he does... He meets her generously, meaning he adorns her with his resources because he wants to, because he sees the value in her, because he loves her, because he cherishes her, because he wants to give to her. Anything else you can tell me about what this man is doing to make this union work? Wheel of Fortune. He's a steady rock as things turn. He is... What is that? He's there for the cycles. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, this is how I'm reading it. It might not be what they mean. But I feel like this might start off as seeds. If you look here, it starts off as a seed, right? And then it's growing over time. Do you see that? It's growing, 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 then it decays, and then it regenerates itself and it goes over. But he is steady, he is constant, he is reliable. His word is his bond. No matter the season, no matter what's happening, he is consistently present in good times and bad times. She knows that she can rely on him. There. Yeah, see? The 7 of coins. Enjoying the fruits of your labor, accessing progress, alignment, positive life results that he worked hard to achieve. And he shares that with her, not begrudgingly, but willingly, because he realizes all that she's helped to contribute to his life. And he wants to pour back into her. He's not nickeling and diming, okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. You're not going to nickel and dime people and then get the world. That's foolishness. You think about it. You think about that. You wouldn't want that yourself. And this Wheel of Fortune is also about karma. And so what it's saying here is that it's a sunflower. Okay, I didn't realize that. Here. It says a sunflower life cycle is centered around the elements, highlighting, yes, the phases of creation. It says when you're centered, you surpass distraction and remain adaptable to anything that comes your way. This Wheel of Fortune also says don't take anything for granted. And he doesn't. He does not take this woman for granted. And that is something that we need to see more of. Not taking your partner for granted. Appreciating what they've been through, how they've stood by your side through all of the trauma and helped you come through it. And then you want to turn around and grace them accordingly. Show them love. Show them kindness. And even though he might not necessarily be great at vocalizing how he feels, he shows her. He shows up in action. He also realizes that them together is their destiny. That they're soulmates, it says here. And that they're breaking cycles. I love that. that they are breaking cycles. And that's what we need to start looking to do. I suppose there's a number of ways to do it, you know. I know they like to talk about stop birthing whoever. We're just going to end up in a situation like China and India where they got way more men than women, and we're going to have even way more women than men. Now, we already know the stats. You know, I don't remember them off by heart, but essentially, however many are supposedly incarcerated, and then the other ones don't want to get married, the other ones are gay, the other, you know what I mean? Like, oh, the Hierophant. He's a leader in the home. He's spiritual. He's God-fearing. Oh, sorry. God-fearing. There's something above him that he honors. He's got a higher authority. Right? This is leadership. This is spirituality. This is, to me, being somewhat intuitive. He's also structure. He is the frame that allows her to be the picture. You understand? I love that. This is, to me, such a beautiful reading. It really is. What else is this man doing to help this relationship flourish? What else is he doing? Oh, yeah. Father of coins. You got that right. So, oops. These are the ancestors. This would be him. And these seeds are the future generations. He's concerned about lineage. He's concerned about the actions that he takes, the investments that he makes, and how that will affect the future. Because he's had people that have come before him, and he appreciates what they've done, which has helped to put him in a position where he can be concerned about this. The inheritance, the lineage, his children's 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 children's. You understand? Like, this is future thinking. And how do I make what we have last? How do I multiply the talents that I have here? How do I make sure that I'm not throwing my pearls before swine and forfeiting or wasting family inheritance? How do I do that? This individual's forward thinking. He's a planner. He's an investor. He researches. I already told you in the Wheel of Fortune, he's solid. He's not a time waster and values time and understands how time and money work. And there's some investments that are further along the way based on the size of the, what are these again? I think cowrie shells or something like that. The shells represent pentacles. And there's so many here. This is a man who knows what and when to buy and when not to buy. And doesn't seem very frivolous, right? Doesn't spend beyond their means. He's a saver. But again, it's a balance saver because he's 7 of coins, his spouse. I think I'd like one more card to highlight what this man is doing in a relationship to help it blossom and be solid. Mother of Wands. He's a visionary. He's a manifester. He's very passionate, by the way. Very passionate. Very sexy. This right here, this orange, this is a sacral chakra. Sacral chakra has to do with your creativity and your sex energy. Oh, yeah. We like that. We like that a lot, a lot, a lot, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of sunflowers here, right? Because when we looked at this Wheel of Fortune, they were talking about the life cycle of a sunflower. Honestly, when I look at this, there's no way I see sunflower here. I just don't. But that's what they say. But this Mother of Wands, passionate. Passionate. And I feel like she's feeding him well with this Seven of Baskets. She's feeding him well. Like what I'm seeing here is there's a beautiful complement. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. Okay. There's a beautiful complement here. Like his Seven of Swords, he is generous. He looks after his money, but he's still willing to adorn his wife with whatever. But even if I look at this sexually, very compatible. She's very loving. She's fit. She's adventurous. And when I say fit, I don't mean you have to be perfect, but you do things to make sure you're maintaining and improving your health, right? She's abundant. She is the picture. He is the frame. Who had a song like that? Was it Avant? Okay, Google, what song does Avant has that says you'll be the picture and I'll be the frame? Who was that?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Of course you don't. Hold on. You be the picture, I'll be the frame. Now I need to know. I have to find out. Hold on. You be the picture and I'll be the frame. Who's saying that? Maybe I need to say R&B because they're giving me all these other folks. Okay. I'm going to say which R&B artist? Was it Brian McKnight? What? What song did Brian McKnight sing? Anytime? Do you ever reach out? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Really? Sorry, now I gotta know. No, stop. Stop playing. Lyrics. Anyway, if you remember that art, wow, this song has been viewed 489 million times. Oh, well, no. Well, this channel. I need to say this channel, but that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay. I don't know who sings it, but it's gonna haunt me. It's gonna haunt me. The adventure with the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like he is the steady rock and she's allowed to flourish. Maybe he works in the back end. Maybe he's helped to finance certain pockets of this, but this is just a really beautiful connection. And this is what we need to see more of. I'm glad that this is the reading that's coming through because I did a reading yesterday. It's not yet. It's in the process of posting. It's still uploading. It's like 3 hours. And it was a pick a pile, and there were 3 feminine energies, and it wasn't the females that they represent themselves, but it was the words on the back, right? About writing your own story, being the real rebel, and being the hero that you want to see. And the messages were very strong. Oh, they were necessary, right? Like, they were necessary. But the messages were strong. But I'm glad to see this. I'm glad to see this coming out. I really, really am. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to pull for this. I just feel that, I am not naive. There's some troubling things that are going on. rap music certainly doesn't help at all. You know, and I listen to a lot of music, and I really don't listen to this rap music they got going on there. It's trash. It does nothing to feed the mind or the soul at all. And what it does, look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. It perpetuates nonsense when this is what we want. This right here. I'm not trying to, and let me put this here. I'm going to put it like this. I'm not trying to, you know, give anyone any false hope. Because my reading yesterday was saying a lot. A lot. But damn it, I don't know. Saging and praying, maybe that's what we need to do. Yeah, see, this temperance. Saging and praying. That temperance card is normally about praying. She is making something. I feel like following the ingredients very carefully. She might be doing something with chocolate. Then these 3 of Wands, something expectant, something coming up. Like, we have to do better, expect better, be better. Because we are, listen, we're the blueprint. Like, whatever we do, other people want to do. Other people want to do it. And it doesn't even matter that they want to do it. We got to want better for ourselves. Right? But this, as I said before, this is a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war. And we are in a test. We specifically are in a test. That if we can turn this around, any effing thing is possible. Anything. 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 In spite of all the trials and tribulations and the trauma and the hurt and the pain and the betrayal. Because that's not all that we are. We are joy, we are love, we are fun, we are exuberant, we are adventurous, we are kind, we are compassionate. But I think we're also people who are in pain. And if my little channel, my little readings can be of help for people to see things differently and make different choices, that will help them to, first and foremost, improve their lives. And then second, especially if you're a dark-skinned woman, to reach out to other dark-skinned women who are like-minded. You understand? Like, as I said, everybody can't come. Everybody's not going to be your friend. You're going to be reaching out sometimes to somebody, and what they want to do is just take your hand off. Right? They want to bite the hand that feeds them. They want to destroy their support system, their network. You got to know that. See? The 7 of Knives, you're going to come across people who are going to want to take you down. So you've got to dial in your discernment. Dial in your discernment so that you know how to navigate and move. I mean, damn it, if you look at this. This guy took the bloody knives to the chest. They didn't even bother to come for the back. They just came straight to the chest. Right? And so you gotta be aware. Oops. I didn't turn that over. You gotta know who you can help. And you're not obligated to help everybody. You gotta put the mask on you first and your children. And ladies, please. Talk to your daughters about the situation. Don't cause them to be stuck in a place that doesn't regard them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't seal them to a horrible fate. Ladies, and I'm talking to ladies because to me that's my audience, right? And if you're a man and you're here, like, then you're learning. But ladies, also talk to your sons. Talk to them about what's out there. We've been here long enough that there's no reason on the face of the friggin' earth that you're still getting trapped. We need to teach our children that they need to take responsibility for their sexuality. One of the reasons why guys think that they can and do treat, handle, and see women the way they do is because biblically and society-wise, we believe that, that the woman is to take care of the man's to take care of the woman. And I'm not talking about all the other groups, okay? I'm not doing that. Either way, what I'm saying is you have to take accountability for your own sexuality, your own pleasure, and stop putting it on people. And it's because it's put on other people. Oh, well, you need to take contraception. Oh, well, you know, you can take the morning after pill. No, buddy, you can keep it to yourself, or you can go in a corner and stroke. You're not obligated to please them. You're not obligated to... I heard some guy the other day call it a sloppy toppy. You're not obligated to do that. You're not. You're not. We have to speak to their children where they are on the land that they're living in. To a coins, because they have to make choices. They have to balance things out as they walk through this life. You got to try and teach your child how to score and how to win at this game called life. Can't be losing all the time everywhere and then being upset with other people. Men, you have power. You don't have to have children if you don't want to. 1 is you abstain. 2 is you get a vasectomy. 3 is that you satisfy yourself. And that's it. Those are your options. Once you enter someone, you lose all. You understand? So stop being whack. Yeah, look. The tower. These cards coming out are killing me right now. They're killing me. You're going to create a tower moment in your life. Look at all the trash here. By the seaside, the garbage. You're going to have a trash life. Listen, financially, they like to say one of the fastest way to erode your wealth is to buy a car. Well, sure. But another fast way is to be stuck, having to pay child support before you're ready to, and you don't want to. You don't want to. We're getting into complications and trouble and difficulty, and then you want to have us out here on the front line. No. Manage yourself, guard yourself, protect yourself, be wise, and stop giving into your lust. That's the other thing. Giving into your lust, guy. Cut that out. Or if you're going to, do it by yourself. Do it by yourself. We know you do it anyway. It's not like we don't know. Women do it too. Right? And this way you won't find yourself in a predicament where you're losing your money and then you find someone you really want to be with, but you already have like 2, 3, 4, 5 kids with 2, 3, 4, 5 women. Like, come on. There's no excuse now. It's just foolishness. You see this? This has lost its value. That's the problem. That's the problem. What is this? Yeah, daughter of coins and mother of knives. Yeah, I'm delivering the truth. Right? This daughter of coins is the equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving. Still a knight. The slowest knight in the deck. Because this will take time. I am the truth teller. And for us to get here, it will take time.